Alright, what's up, dogs and dogettes? Welcome back to the wonderful world of Harkcraft with your boy, Cobra Commander slash... What did Hiroshi say? Oh yeah, Robocop slash Cobra Commander. That's what I am. I definitely got the Robocop visor on, but yeah, it definitely looks like Cobra Commander as well. Ha! Anyways, back in the world, and I'll show you what I've started. You creeper. We're gonna go kill this guy real quick. You don't mess with Batman. Ooh. Ouch. Holy cow, there are a lot of animals down there. Wow, there's like 4 cows and a sheep. Woo. Nice, I know where I'm going for beef for dinner. So, we're back at the old world. We're in a twilight phase here. Oh, the beacon, it's shrouded by a cloud. But the beacon does go up to 256, which is pretty sweet. So it goes all the way to the top of the world, and I think on top of the Christmas tree is pretty cool because that's
pretty cool.
It's going to be centrally located. Thanks, babe. In our world, because I am building on this awesome platform right here, as you can see. And I had I think it was Fitz Canada in the comments a couple episodes ago. Say, hey, why don't you try building some Aztec or Mayan ruins? So we're looking at the Mayan ruins in Belize called Xinanpunich. Hold on.
That sounds German.
Tushinger. Xinanpunich with an X. So Xinanpunich. Xinanpunich. So I built up the front here. Just I want to get a little head start. And I faced it this way just because that is where we're going to be building a continuation of the world, at least for a little bit. And I'm going to jump right into the question here. Metroplex Smash is saying, or asking, will I use seeds in the new world? That's a good question, because I will probably use the seeds. But I feel like I have to go PC Minecraft next. Just for the fact that I can also stream Minecraft off the PC. And I know a few of you guys have been asking for me to stream. And I could definitely stream Harkcraft. It'd be a lot of fun. Ah, crap. Where's my shovel at? Where's my shovel at? Actually, I'm going to need my sword. Just in case. So, I'm thinking, if I get the PC version and I can supply the seeds, you guys can jump in the world and enjoy the world as well. And also with the PC version, I could stream on Twitch, which would make things a lot easier, because with my old Xbox here, I cannot stream, obviously, else I would have already done so. So, I mean, it kind of leaves me limited to what I can do as far as live stuff. It's just computer. So, let me know what you guys think about that. But I probably will be supplying the seeds. I could supply the seed to this world too. Actually, I'll probably supply it in one of the early videos. I actually show it. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. Sounds like there's a cave under there. A dungeon. Anyways, let's see. We're going to have to go pretty big on this. We're going to leave a few blocks here in the middle here. I need my pick now. It's daytime. I shouldn't have to worry about the sword. Whoa, it says the attack on it. +6 attack, +5, +3 attack. Wow, I didn't even realize that. That's a pretty cool update. How about this for health? Doesn't say anything else. No more stats on anything else. Torch, +1 light. But that's kind of the plan, is to go PC. And I'm not sure exactly when I'll start that. I'm assuming it'll be in a little bit. Hello, governor. Moo cow. Get out of here. Give me your beef. It's what's for dinner. You're done like dinner. And something is growling underneath my little platform here. I don't know. And of course. So I'm just going to do the outline and the stone bricks. You guys can look it up online, what it actually looks like. I am obviously doing a smaller version of what is actually on planet Earth here. But I still think it's going to look pretty good. It'll look pretty cool. I'm going to try and get it as close to correct as possible. Now, I already can't square it off. Well, I mean, I can square it off right here. This could be like the sacrificial cliff where you just chuck people off. Heh. Sacrificial cliff where you can chuck people off. There's a lot of names in there. Cliff, chuck, off. All right, well it's a decent square model. So, and then it looks like it kind of steps up into a big step here. So I think we're going to lay another flat foundation here, and here's where we'll start using the cobble, because this thing is like, looks like it's worn down, a little weathered. Little bit weathered. Oh, I just closed the picture. That's fantastic. That's not gonna help me. Ooh. So we'll go one step in here, and then we'll go 2 steps up. And then we'll do the same thing again. Because I look like a cat. Do 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Let's see. Alright. Ain't gonna look too bad. Alright, Torch, you're gonna have to go. Sorry, bud. So I'll move on to the next question. And it is from Mr. Bruticus Wins. And this, I've been waiting for somebody to ask me this question. I know a couple people have asked me, but I've been waiting to answer it in a Harkcraft. What teams will be in the Super Bowl? Yes. Now this is what I like talking about for sure. For sure. I can talk football all day long. Alright, so now we're going to go 2 up. And I think I'm going to... That's not 2 up. That's 1 up. So I'm going to start with the wild card round, which was last weekend. I'll give you my picks for that round. I dumbly picked the Bengals. I'm a homer, okay? I am a Bengals fan, and I thought this year, with how bad the Colts defense was, they're going to score some points. Well, that was just the worst idea ever. Andy Dalton and Marvin Lewis cannot score any points in the playoffs, it seems. It's just poor execution, poor game plan, poor decision making. You know, they're down 16 points. They have a 4th and 10 at the 50. And hey, they punt. There's 9 minutes left in the game. What are you punting for? There's no way you're going to win. It's the end of the season. Just go for it. You lose by 23. You lose by 23, but at least people can say, hey, at least he went for it, you know. He gave her all. He tried to win one for the Gipper, you know. But no, Marvin Lewis didn't do that. So I was very frustrated at that. I mean, I was frustrated watching the entire game. Oops. I can still access that, can't I? Yeah, that's pretty funny. So I was pretty annoyed, to say the least, to start off. But then I also picked the Ravens to win over Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell being out was huge, and I feel like that was an easy pick. And the Ravens were the better team. Obviously, they showed that. All right, so we're going to go 1 in and then 2 up. Oops. Mungry texted me. Trolling me. Anyways, I feel that the Ravens, that was an easy pick. The Steelers overachieved the entire year. Their defensive talent is lacking, and their offense just overachieved. Way overachieved. You take a look at a guy like Antonio Brown. He had like 130 catches or something like that. It was something ridiculous. And he's like, who saw that? Oh, I'm starving. I can't jump. Hey, who saw 130 catches from him? 130. It was just absolutely ridiculous, the number of catches he had when I heard it. So, all right, let's Great. Great jump, Hark Dog. Great jump. And I was like, well, I mean, if you hold Antonio Brown, you make him one-dimensional through the air, which they did, because Ben Tate was just terrible, you're going to crush him. And that's what the Ravens ultimately did. The other game, the Panthers against Arizona, that was an easy call. Arizona, without a QB, I mean, they're just not going to go anywhere. I hate to say it. Palmer, that season went down when Palmer went down. With Palmer is an experienced QB. He's been to the playoffs. He hasn't won any playoff games, but he's still an experienced QB. Crap. I need more stuff over here. How much cobble do I have left? I got a good amount, I guess. 5, 6, 7 stacks. I had quite a bit of cobble from mining in the previous episode, which was good. We needed it. And then what was the last game? It was, oh yeah, Dallas, Detroit. Dallas, Detroit. I picked Dallas to win. And, I mean, they did. But, man, that flag that was picked up was absolute BS. People are saying, oh, yeah, face guarding, it's not a penalty in the NFL. I mean, he was shoving him with his left arm. And, yeah, Stafford shouldn't have probably thrown at Pettigrew. Pettigrew's not a good player, in my opinion, anyways. But Stafford shouldn't have thrown that way. And they paid the price because Pettigrew wasn't even open. Plus, he was getting pushed. He got held early on in the play. And it was just a big hoopla over it. And honestly, Detroit blew their chance in that game early on. They were up huge. They're up 14-0 early. They allowed a 80-yard touchdown to Terrence Williams right before the half. I mean, their defense was stoning them until that one play, and that kind of broke open the door for the Cowboys. But like I said, I did have the Cowboys winning that game. So I was 3 out of 1 on the wins. And I don't know what the spreads were. I can't remember. I didn't pick against the spread. I'm just picking the winners. This week, a lot of people are picking the Ravens. The Ravens are Patriot killers, you know. But this Patriots team is a little bit different than those other ones. They got a healthy Gronk. Gronk wasn't even playing, I think, the last time they played in 2012. I think he was out with that forearm surgery injury. He is healthy. He's back to 100% in his prime. The Ravens' defense wasn't what it was a couple years ago with Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. You got Suggs in there, but, I mean, I'm just not a Suggs fan. I don't really like Suggs. He just rubs me the wrong way. He's a good player, but, man, I don't know. Just a showboat idiot. I don't know. I don't know how to describe him. But he definitely is fun to watch on the field. And I think the Patriots are going to win that game. In Foxborough, I don't care what, Flacco has done in the playoffs in the past. He's facing a different Patriots team this time around with a different defense at his back. A good defense, but not the 2012 defense. And definitely not the defense 09 when they first beat him in the wild card round. Or in the divisional round a couple years ago. I think it was 09, the first time they beat him in the playoffs. So, and that was all Ray Rice. It wasn't even Joe Flacco. It was Ray Rice that just ran all over him. So, that being said, let's move on to the not Cowboys. We'll save that game for last. The Broncos. That's why I was getting confused. Broncos, Cowboys, kind of the same thing. Fucking Bronco, Cowboy. I feel like the Colts don't have a chance with that defense. You got Andrew Luck. He's not playing at Lucas Oil Stadium. Going up against Manning. They have the better defense there in Denver. And I just don't see Luck pulling this one off. I think it's going to be a close game. But I think in the Mile High Stadium, it's going to be Denver with the win. They're going to move on. So it's going to be Denver, New England, and then it's going to be Tom Brady winning over Peyton Manning in the AFC Championship game. They're going to the Super Bowl. Now let's switch over to the NFC. Carolina at Seattle is an interesting game because Carolina's defense is picking up. I think they've allowed like something crazy, like 10 points a game over the last 4 or something like that. They've just been doing really well, especially 2 good offenses they played in the Saints, then the Falcons. Last week they didn't play any a good offense at all. So let's see. I'm gonna step this in. Wait, what did I do here? Oh, I see. So I'm gonna go put up some like big battlements here. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that worked out perfect. Now I'll curve that around like that. Yeah, this could be alright, I think. I don't think it's gonna work perfectly on this side. I don't think this is symmetrical. No, we'll make it 5. Why not? We'll make it 5. It's how we're building it, not how everybody else built it. Not how those pesky little Aztecs and Mayans built their stuff. It's how Harkdog builds it. Actually, let's just yeah. That looks kind of crummy. 2, 2, 2. We're gonna put that there. But I have Seattle beating Carolina, even with that good defense. I feel like Cam Newton isn't the best player.
Really?
Who do you think's the best player then?
Aaron Rodgers.
We're not talking about that game, love. We're talking about Seattle, Carolina. Obviously, Russell Wilson's the best player.
He's much better. But
Yeah.
Defense hasn't been great.
What's that?
Seattle's defense has been down.
No, it's been up.
No.
Yeah. It's been up. It's trending up.
Okay, I'll take that.
They've only allowed 6 points. Oh, crap. 6 points a game over the last 6 games, which is pretty crazy.
It is pretty good.
So, but they haven't played any sort of QB that could throw the ball, so I don't put too much stock in it. Anyways, I have Seattle winning that game. Moving on to the game we all know is going to be the game of the week. Aaron Rodgers, calf injury and all, coming into Lambeau and laying a big hurt on the Dallas Cowboys. I've looked at the stats up and down for this game. I've looked at the defensive stats, the takeaway stats, the turnover differential, rushing, passing, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And what it boils down to is that the Packers are the better team on paper. And they're also the better team at Lambeau. You can give me the whole 8-0 on the road thing for Dallas. Okay, yeah, so they beat a Seattle team that their defense was hurt by some serious injuries early on in the season. And they controlled the game and they ended up winning, and they won pretty handily. Okay, so yeah, they beat Seattle. Packers lost to Seattle in the first game. You know, this Packers team now is definitely a different team, especially with the Claymaker, Clay Matthews, lining up at inside linebacker. It's just a whole new dynamic that teams are not going to be used to, and it shows. So it's like, well, Dallas beat Seattle, there ain't no on the road, all this stuff, and Packers haven't beat anybody. Packers beat New England. New England is probably the best team in the league besides the Packers, and maybe Seattle. And they beat them at home, okay, but I think Dallas playing New England at home, Dallas would get crushed. I mean, Tom Brady would crush them, for sure. So I think the key factors of the game is stopping DeMarco Murray, who has been stopping himself the last 4 weeks. He hasn't gone over 100 yards. So say he carries the ball 22, 23 times on Sunday. and he gets 80 yards. Okay, so he's averaging 3.8 yards a carry. It's definitely going to shorten the game, but you're not getting many first downs. You're not doing much for your team when you only get 3.8 yards a carry. So what, you racked up 80 yards? That's great. I mean, what he did in the first half of the coming up, Spider. All right, you stay down there. What he did in the first half of the season, he's like 125 yards a game, something crazy like that, and he was just unstoppable, absolutely unstoppable. But now he's slowed down. The workload has caught up with him. He's carried the ball like 400 times, plus he caught the ball out of the backfield another 60. And he broke his left hand. It's still broken. He had it surgically repaired. That's definitely not healed in 2 weeks. And he has a fumbling problem. How much you want to bet that DeMarco Murray is going to fumble one time at Lambeau on Sunday, and it's going to be a huge gameplay, and it's going to be a huge game changer? I'm willing to bet at least $1. That's right, $1, babe.
It's not a lot.
I know it's not a lot because I don't have a lot to bet. Anyways, the point is,
Bet your dog.
you want me to bet your dog?
No, you can bet your dog.
Well, my dog's Lily.
You should go buy a dog and bet it.
Wow, why would I bet it? Why would I go buy a dog and bet it when I have a dog right here to bet?
Then you have one to lose or one to keep.
But if I win, then I have 2 dogs.
Yay!
But if I lose, it's 0.
No, Lily's my dog too.
Well, see, that's the point of betting, though.
No, just because I'm your wife doesn't mean I have to give it up to you.
Just because you're not my wife.
Just because I'm your wife, there is no
Oh.
obligation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like, you
Stop
entered
feeling-
into the marital agreement as half of yours is mine and half of mine is yours. So I can bet Lily since no one
Then
had
I'll buy your
no.
Xbox.
Okay, that's fine. It's only worth like $50.
Lily, it's worth $1 million.
That's right. See who's winning out in that deal.
$1 million.
All right, but I think I'll stop here. But I think the Packers are going to win. I think the Packers are going to cover the spread of 6 points. And I think the Cowboy Fairweather fans will be complaining for another 8 months until the new season starts next year. And their hopes are reformed into endless possibilities like they were this year. So, that being said, we're going to go quickly to the NFC Championship game at Seattle at CenturyLink Field. Actually, let's go way out here. Take a look at it. At CenturyLink Field, Packers come in, and it's going to be a brutal game. I feel like I have to pick the homer call of the Packers just because they're a different team now. I know Seattle's a different team, but the game plan the Packers had the first game they played was very poor. Very poor. I feel like this game plan will be better. I'm hoping it'll probably be better. And I think the Packers are going to win a close one in CenturyLink. Maybe a 28. I want to say 28-27. Just tight. Tight as can be. And the Packers are going to go on to the Super Bowl, face Tom Brady, and ultimately bring home the Lombardi Trophy. Again. Booyah. Alright, so it doesn't look too bad from out here. I feel like once it's bigger, it'll look better. And now it's just like flat and gray off in the distance. But we'll end it right here. Packers, Patriots, Super Bowl, Packers winning. There are my playoff picks. I have one wrong so far, and that's probably all I'm going to get. So, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and also leave your questions. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. This is what I want. That's what I want. For me, for the next Harkcraft. I will be posting the review of Mass Effect, hopefully Sunday. And then I will start Mass Effect 2 hopefully next week. And I'll continue the block and load gameplays. I'll continue the Smite gameplays. And random odds and end gameplays. for the next couple months. So that's kind of the plan, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.